Good morning, Twitch.tv. Good morning to YouTube as well. And, of course, good morning, Mini Motorways. Let's not go for today's daily challenge. Instead, let's scroll all the way to the right here and check out Copenhagen, the brand new map here in Mini Motorways. A new update, a new city. Here we go. We have pieces of water here. We've got the Stadsgraven. Gonna butcher that horribly, and the Ederhaven or the Inderhaven. So is this like the inner river and the outer river? It's entirely possible. I don't speak Danish, so it's fine. It's gonna be fine. We are here in Copenhagen for the daily, not the daily challenge. It's just the new map. That's what we're doing. We're showing off the new map. I remember things, including things that I myself said a scant 8 seconds ago. All right. This orange is going to come this way. This yellow is going to go on a frankly ridiculous magical mystery tour up and over this way. We'll just knock that bridge out of existence. You come over here, deal with that train station, buddy. Thank you. And actually, we don't need this bridge. We can save it. You can come around and over and down, just like so. Okay. Now it is time for a bridge. Now it is time for yet another bridge. We'll send this blue out this way and have you go, well, I'm out of road. So you know the idea. We're going to get it in a moment here. Let's take a bridge instead of 2 traffic lights. So we start off with a train station. We have a nice little palish yellow and blue color palette and this burnt sienna-y orange type thing going on here. And more yellows. Gross. Okay. Let's do this. I think what I'm going to do is just assume, for the sake of assumption, that there will, in the fullness of time, be a perfectly cromulent traffic light right here. This will be a perfectly cromulent traffic light when and if it ever, exists. Until then, cars are just going to awkwardly slow down and go through that intersection, and it's going to be fine. This is all going to be fine, including the fact that it is 6:27 in the morning, and we're doing Gimmimimim today, a little bit earlier than usual for the folks on Twitch. For the folks on YouTube, it went live at exactly the same time it always does. I've thought about doing like premieres, or now that I've hit a certain threshold of YouTube subscribers, we can do like I don't even remember what it's called, but like channel members can get access to videos early. Is that a thing y'all want? Is that a thing that would inspire actual channel membership type donation things or joinings? Because listen, if it'll do it, I might be inclined to do it, but I kind of base things off of vibes as a viewer, and listen, I as a viewer have never given money to anyone I've ever seen on YouTube ever, so I mean, that's actually not directly true because I have bought things from the Green Brothers, but that's, things. Anyway, this is a long-winded way of saying, YouTube viewers, if you want channel member perks, tell me about them and I might do them. But if you don't tell me about them, I might not do them. We'll see. Number go up, continue to make brain feel better, though. So, we'll see. What else are we going to do? We've got these 2 yellows here, which certainly eventually want to get over to here, but honestly I could do with a full-scale restructuring of this whole nonsense, because this is really tight into here. Give me a motorway. That's going to help a lot, I think. Well, it's definitely going to help a lot. Let's be honest with ourselves. Okay. Here. Let's reconstruct D and then reconstruct this whole yellow, light blue situation we've got over here. All right, first of all, y'all do that. Second of all, the 4 of you can go straight shot into there and then up and over like so to deal with this train station. And lastly, we'll have you, my guy, swing in like so. So the 4 of you are going to take motorway number 1 primarily to support, hi. You've gone circular. Man, that's bad. I don't care for that. Could do with a roundabout right about here, but unfortunately we can't fit one there. So it may need to be a bridge that comes this way into a PCTL right here. I think a PCTL right there would go down nice and smooth. But yeah, unfortunately, we can't do any shape of roundabout until we get over to here. Because as you can see, like, the roundabout requires a full, 3x3 square of solid land. It doesn't necessarily need to be unobstructed land, right? Like, again, you put the roundabout here. This corner is not an accessible path out for the roundabout, but it does need to be solid land, which is why we can put it there, but not, say, right here. Game won't let me drop the roundabout right there. All right, you two dark blues can go into that business. That's annoying, but generally fine, I think, is how we'll classify that. Yeah, it sounds right. Oh, hi. These two, actually, you know what? I don't need to do this right here. What we can do is we can chop these dark blues, send them off there. We can shorten this, because basically what I want to do is avoid actually touching. Yeah, I want to avoid touching the water using a bridge here. We can't go up this way because this is blocked off. So we got to go down and around here. And then the plan is we're going to restructure these bridges moment hastily. So you oranges go voop and voop, and then you yellows, once you get your bridge back, can go voop and off in this direction over to there, and that'll be fine once we get that bridge back. Cool. You point south. This has gone circular, by the way, which is annoying, but generally fine, I think. Another yellow here. These two blues need to swing down here, and we will, in fact, install a perfectly cromulent traffic light right there. That'll get more traffic going into this circle, which is a good and noble thing, one hopes. These 5 houses are doing yeoman's work supporting not only the circle, but also the train station over here. Is there anything better, different I should be doing for them? I think they're basically okay. These yellows come over to here. This blue exists now, which is unfortunate. I did not necessarily support that, but let's do this and voop, and we swing over here, and we go down there, and that's generally fine.
Hear ye, let the record show that this viewer was here first.
Hulkamat was here first. Good morning, Hulkamat. He says it's like you made mini motorways earlier, just for him, now that he has a further commute to work. Well, I mean, I'm glad you're here, friend, but also don't get used to it. I'm not presently planning on adjusting the start time of the show on a permanent basis, but it's nice that it works out that you're here today, Matt. Oh, God. All right. This light blue can actually come down here to further support this business. We did, once this guy spawned, it was like, oh, hey, you can just come down over this way. That's basically fine. This dark blue is sort of annoying, and I could go down and around and circumvent it, but, I mean, at a certain point, you're hitting a level of ridiculousness with how we're supporting this circle, so might be better to just motorway it, honestly, but only have the one motorway. And, oh, come on. Really? Really, beige buddies? All right, beigos. Let's see here. We're going to call you Jeff. All of you are named Jeff. And, all right, here's what we can do. We can cut this corner like so. And these two can go wee all the way the fuck over here. That solves the white business problem. It doesn't necessarily solve the orange train station problem. The orange train station problem is, in fact, still a rather significant dilemma. So, it's only gonna get worse. Great. Great, great, great. Everybody loves that. Everybody's happy to hear it. Okay. Render unto me a bridge, and we'll have a pause as we think. Okay. I think what we're gonna do, I can't put a roundabout that touches train tracks. So, could do a roundabout here, which is pretty horrible. But I can't do a roundabout anywhere over in this part of the world, which is where I want one, because we can't do roundabouts and train tracks. They just don't interact like that. Okay. But I could do a roundabout here. And a roundabout here with a perfectly cromulent traffic light there would allow these two houses to pitch in and support this guy down here. And historically speaking, train stations are just kind of fine with that. What else this does is it creates another access point. I'm kind of okay using this parking lot as a road. I don't respect train stations. In case you haven't figured out my style as a player of many motorways, I don't respect train stations at all. So yeah, they need to be supported, but I don't actually have to, care about them. So I don't actually, care about this, but I do have to get some blues over here somehow. So let's come up with the stupidest way possible to do that. I know. We'll restructure this yellow situation and do that. There. So now these two light blues over here can swing in over that away. You have gone circular, which is a problem. That is a non-happy making experience here. Give me another bridge. All right. Well, this isn't actually the very worst thing. We do have some assistance coming in the form of these two oranges spawning would allow for something stupid, such as voop, 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 and then that will in the fullness of time become a perfectly cromulent traffic light. Sure. This all makes a reasonable degree of sensitude if you don't think about it too super hard. Down here, this white business is just kind of okay. I'm sort of fine with this. 3 of you, go like that. We'll zoop that. Okay. So you might as well hop over here, support that. You 3 whites come down this way into here. These yellows are just happy spawny right about there. Here, why don't you go up north? Because eventually this yellow situation is going to need more support than it's currently getting. This train station, by the way, is really going to test the whole hypothesis that I don't have to respect train stations. I just have to acknowledge their existence. Because I continue to not really respect train stations, and it's sort of fine, but, in order to get, give me another motorway. In order to get to this train station, a car has to leave its blue house, go through this white neighborhood, over a bridge, down here, into a yellow neighborhood that also abuts the white business that exists. Go through the yellow neighborhood, go into a dark blue neighborhood, including a dark blue business, dark blue circular business, mind you. Then go into a roundabout, which itself is directly adjacent to its destinational train station, and then go down here into a parking lot, which, it should be noted, in addition to being a parking lot, is just used as a thoroughfare by dark blues coming over here to this business. So, it's a nice and simple commute to pick Grandma up at the train station. You go there. This yellow, come over here. We got plenty of yellow support. For this situation, it's basically just fine. You might as well spawn there. That's okay. Now, is there anything here that desperately cries for the love and attention of a motorway? I mean, probably, but is there anything we're going to do that for? It's a different and better put question. To which I presently think the answer is no. Like, oh, well, we just found something. Render unto me 2 traffic lights, because I specifically called out a desire for them earlier. This right here is now a PCTL. This over here, unfortunately, well, actually, I was calling for the PCTL, but it turns out we don't actually, need it, because we can just swing all of these oranges over here, and then, via the magic of Motorways, we take motorway number 3, deposit it into the southern entrance of this business. Actually, wait, why are we going into the southern entrance there? That doesn't make a lick of sense. What if instead we did this and that and made that actually functional and swing you up into the north? That way we shorten the yellow journey and we still have a motorway for the oranges, and this is basically fine, right? All of this basically fine? Cool. I'm glad you agree. Next, these light blues here just came into existence, so I'm going to send them on a lovely journey of life and meaning over to here. Come support that. You swing around down here, and now we have 2 extra houses of support for this light blue circle, and also importantly, I was going to say that the light blues don't have to cross any train tracks in order to get over here, but it turns out they do. So, oopsie. Hi there, dying train station. You remember that whole thing about how I don't respect train stations and how the game is going to have to force me to do that before I do? Well, the game is slowly getting around to kind of sort of forcing me to almost respect train stations a little bit, I think. This one went, well, it got mad about stuff, but now it is not mad about stuff. And yes, back when the Goog played Mini Metro, it would have been, how dare the Goog not respect train station? Yes, well, we're not playing Mini Metro anymore. We're building cars, damn it. Rah! We're not building cars. This is not Auto Factory Simulator. We're not doing the Henry Ford experience. The Henry Ford Experience is the title of the episode. Should be noted. Okay. You point over that way. You point over here. You know what, buddy, friend, guy? Okay, all right. I get it. I understand. Here. If I give you another house, will you shut up? If I give you another house, will you shut up? Is what a person in a bad marriage says to their money-grubbing spouse. Should be noted. This orange train station got mad. Interesting. Wasn't prepared for that particularity. Also, it occurs to me, wait a second. Oh no. These orange houses here are not just connected to this. They can also, they might want to also come through here and down that. Oh no, that's bad. Oh no. Oh no. You know what? Emergency measures. Let's sever entirely the connection between this and that. We're gonna temporarily donate another light blue to the support of this train station, which is gonna overfuck this guy, but it'll be fine. It'll be okay for a minute. So what we're gonna do is take these two oranges right here. These three oranges right here are going to support this business, right? Motorway number 3 is going to go into the eastern entrance of this plaza to support this train station. And now all of my oranges are going to be better now that they're isolated. Because the problem, well, a problem, is that all of the oranges were connected to all of the other oranges. So that's bad. Additionally, No. We're going to put another orange house into the continuum going over here. Hey, you know what? Well, honestly, if we're not sending oranges down this way anymore, I don't need this spur of the roundabout, which means I don't need this PCTL, which means we don't need that roundabout anymore. That roundabout need no longer exist. Wonderful. We can also straighten this and toss that and PCTL right here. Okay. Everything is better situated now, except for the part where it's dying. It's like, congratulations, I've performed a wonderful, successful liposuction, and at the same time, I've removed your gallbladder because it wasn't doing anything for you. There's the small matter, however, that the patient is crashing. So, if you get through this, it's gonna be better going forward. Let's see if we get through this. Okay. This white has gone circular, but it has plenty of support and a straight shot road, so I think we're okay. Yeah, Dr. House would suggest putting the patient on another motorway, which honestly isn't necessarily a bad idea. It's a pretty good fix when you think about it. We're still slowly whittling away. Oh, the problem is going to be the doom and death of this orange train station, because motorway number 3 hasn't come back in. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, I didn't respect train stations! Oh no! Oh, we did 1,601 commuters over 87 days. Oh, okay. Well, I did complete 1,000 trips, so I did unlock the Careful Crossings challenge, which is, what do we have here? We build a bridge with start with one bridge and unlimited road tiles, and that's all you get. And then Spaghetti Junction is start with 5 motorways and no further motorways are offered. Okay, so you get one bridge, 5 motorways, and unlimited road tiles, and you get to go nuts. Okay. I mean, listen, that sounds cool. It is worth noting, however, that we don't have any kind of I'm top 35% all time. Pepito has put up a very good score in Copenhagen, but the question remains, how did we do on today's daily challenge, you ask? Well, I also did fairly well on today's daily challenge. I say fairly well because, top 10% in the world, but Samurai Sam was significantly better. I bet you're wondering, though, because, listen, you can see a number, and listen, we'll drop those Samurai Slams in the chat, but the real question is, what did that look like, right? What does this 2800 actually resemble? Well, allow me to demonstrate. First of all, we're gonna remove an extraneous OBS source, and then we're just gonna hit this button right here. This horrendous, awful nightmare is what it looked like. The daily challenge involved having one motorway, and well, it didn't say how many roundabouts you could have, so I decided to have all of them. We just took all of the roundabouts, and well, it wound up being like 2,800. So, that's fine. Let's It was a good, fine effort, one assumes. Let us move on to the daily challenge of the Wordle. The daily challenge of Wordle, that's what we mean. It could be Olive. Could theoretically be Olive. Shout out Clancy the Crow. It's not, though, so oh well. It could be Leash, because there's an L and an E. Nope. But we did nail where the E goes, so that's something. It could be Belly, as in a terrible Scottish accent. Get in my... It's not, but okay. We've narrowed down that there is only one L, and it is not the third letter. So that's good. And I think because that fourth letter L is gray, that tells us that the L is actually the last letter, right? Because it's not the fourth. If it was the fourth, and there was only one L in the word, the third letter L would have been gray, and the fourth letter L would have been green. So now we know that the final letter is L. So it's XEXXL. Got it. Can't be yodel, because there's no Y. It can't be hotel or motel. Hulkamat is going to school on April 1st. That is true. Incidentally, when we get to today's Immaculate Grid, the Immaculate Grid today is a cute little April Fool's joke. If you have not seen it already, don't spoil it. But we have the small matter of this. Yeah, it can't be, Yeah, it can't, well, obviously, second letter E, so it could never have been yodel. Interesting. It could be, well, it can't be metal or metal because there's no A. So, And again, I say, It could be, all right, well, let's knock out 4 letters we haven't used. Well, that sure did knock out 4 letters we hadn't used. It's not fungi. And that didn't help us in any way. Great. It can't be pedal because there's no A. And it can't be... I suppose there could be a second E. But I don't know how that helps. Because it's not like... Obviously, that's not a word, but... Is there anything that fits that structure that it could be? Can't be level, because we already know that L's not the first letter, and there's no V. Can't be revel, because again, there's no V. Can't be repel? Could it be repel? It's not repel, but I was correct that that 4th letter is E. Interesting. It could be... There's no word, like, could be jewel? Could it be jewel? Oh boy! Okay then. Alrighty, folks. I gave whack. Okay. Alright. Listen, we got there. And that's what matters. In many ways, it's the only thing that matters. Let's do Time Castle rather quickly. Hello, fans rallying at the stadium of Newcastle United. You're in, well, Newcastle, in England. The only question is, oh, you won the Carabao Cup, did you? Oh, congratulations. So I think we know what this is. I think this is this year at the stadium of Newcastle United in England. So, you know. Now the question is, where the hell's Newcastle? Well, I know it's upon time because wrestling. Glorious. It doesn't help me, though, because, well, are you even in London? I don't think you are. Like, there's Blackpool, Birmingham, Stoke-on-Trent, Nottingham, Peterborough, Lincoln, Kingston, Newcastle upon Tyne. There we go. All right. Where's your soccer stadium, Newcastle? It's around here somewhere, right? Big important place. Bunch of people hang out, play soccer, other things, mostly soccer, if we're being honest with ourselves. Where'd you put your football place? Newcastle dudes. Newcastle dudes. Well, I found your race course. Didn't find your fucking soccer stadium. Newcastle. Oh. Well, there's Gateshead. Is that, it's just over the river from Newcastle upon Tyne. But, you know what? We're still at... Wait! St. James's Park! Oh, there we go. All right. Now the question becomes, where exactly They're probably in or near the parking area, I would guess. So we're going to say right here. This was taken this year. It was down the road a ways, but we had the same general idea. And it was in fact 2025. Hooray! Next, we have a lady buying some stuff at a store. Okay, helpful. So this is Spontanlac, your one and only place for the best canned penguin fish. Okay, good. So we know where to go if you want some Spontanlac. We also have baby food and minute rice and cookbooks, or perhaps boxed dinners of some stripe. Up here in the corner are shoes and push brooms and bavaratives and buckets. So many buckets. Oh, we got you cornered on buckets. You want buckets? We got buckets. You want a tea kettle fall on your head? We got a tea kettle. It'll fall right on your head. All right. So this is the world's most dangerous general store, actually. This poor woman is being forced to shop at the world's most dangerous general store, run by, Desperately Needs a New Haircut Jones. Desperately needs a new haircut Jones over here. Well, I could make some stylish opinions about his follicular stylings, but, you know, I did just say style twice in one sentence, so who am I to judge? The fuck are we? Man, I don't know. Would help if I knew what language this was, but yeah, I don't. We do, however, know, well, we can get your Gia Spielblanca. Gia Spielblanca is probably, man, I don't know, this seems German or perhaps Danish. Could be Danish. They eat like tinned fish in Daneland, by which I mean Denmark. Yeah, okay. Here, Onsdag, which, well, listen, if we know that Wednesday is the 2nd of January, we could go and look at a calendar and figure out what year in, like, the 1930s or something had the 2nd of January be a Wednesday. We're not doing that. Also, I have no knowledge that Onsdag is actually Danish question mark for Wednesday, so it's not horrendously helpful. Anyway, we're going to say we're in Copenhagen, I guess? Yeah, we're in Copenhagen, for lack of a better idea. We're in Copenhagen, and it's 1937. We're in Norway in 1974. I got fooled by the black and whitiness, so, okay. Hi there, dude with a Mexican flag. You appear to be a dude with a Mexican flag. I think that's a Mexican flag. I could be wrong about that. It's not a Portuguese flag, is it? No. So you are from the movie studio in Patagonia. Okay, good. This is Commodore University being very quotatious about Luis Illana. So Luis Illana, who, for all we know, is this guy. No, you just appear to be a general parade marcher. Okay. So we're celebrating Luis Illana, but we're not necessarily this guying Luis Illana. Got it. All right. What's with your traditionally dressed friends here? Are they important? Are they anyone? Do we know them? I don't think we do. Every town in the world has a lady like this lady in the purple overcoat, by the way. Very few people like her, but every town has at least one. Anyway, what's this poster say? Adrian Madaran. Got it. Okay. So, if we operate with my not entirely sure it's correct, but we're going to go with an assumption that this is... Wait, this is totally not a Mexican flag, is it? This is like a... Might be a Mexican flag. Shit. Okay, fine. Well, all right. I don't know. We're in Mexico City in 1988. Yeah, okay. That works for me. folks who are watching on YouTube are being exposed to just how bad the Goog is when left to the Goog's own devices. It's Argentina, actually, and that is the Welsh flag. Goog. Okay. Also, this picture was taken in 2015. So, 12 points there. 12 points there. Hi, dude. You seem like a person I should recognize, but I don't. You're also probably a big deal. We are probably in Japan? Question mark? Seems somewhat reasonable. How far does your map? Okay, so your map space doesn't really tell us much, but given the text here, it does lend credence to the Japanese hypothesis. So, yep, you're with the press. Good. Happy to confirm that. Man, it would really help if I recognized this fella. I feel like I should recognize this fella, but I don't. That's not a young Ted Kennedy, is it? That would be a very young Ted Kennedy, but no, I don't think so. But given the whole Japanliness and the vibe, we're going to say, this is somewhere in Tokyo in 1966. Yeah, okay. We're going to say we're in Tokyo in 1966. That seems feasible. We are in... that's Marlon Brando. That's why he looked familiar. Okay. Yep, that's Marlon Brando. So it was 1956. Okay, fine. That tracks. Last one. Keep to the right, Steamboat Rock, Balanced Rock, and Manitou Springs. Okay, well, if we knew where any of those things were, that would be a dead set giveaway. As it is, we kind of have to guess at some stuff. Can we get a license plate off this car? No. We can get that it has one, but beyond that, we're kind of left to our own devices. All right, so my guy here appears to be bringing a radio or perhaps just a weapon into, maybe a lunchbox, into Manitou Springs, which, they call this Steamboat Rock. Is that just because there's no saying that this is Steamboat Rock, I suppose. Although with the railings, it does look an awful lot like a steamboat. Then again, they also carved stairs into it, so. Anyway, you appear to be driving a Kaget mobile, a kayak. You're driving a Buick kayak. Great. It's amazing. This is the most 1950s automobile that has ever existed. So, we are in the Pacific Northwest? It's very green to be like the American Southwest. Yeah, we're gonna say we're in... fuck it. We're in Eastern Oregon in 1959. That makes complete sense to me. We are right here where fucking nobody lives and cars don't drive. We were in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Yeah, okay. That's basically Eastern Oregon if you think about it. So for today's time guesser, we got less than 30,000, which isn't actually a very good score when you think about it. Okay. So for today's Immaculate Grid, I mentioned it's a wonderful April Fool's joke. It is perhaps the most difficult Immaculate Grid ever. We need a dude who played baseball, 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 and a dude who played baseball. All right. So obviously there are very many ways you can play this. You could just try to make the 9 deepest cuts imaginable, which is fun. I am going to recreate the starting lineup of the 2004 Boston Red Sox. In left field, we have Manny Ramirez. He is a person who played baseball. Center field is Johnny Damon. It's going to be interesting to see how do people do this? Like, Manny and Johnny Damon being 0.1% is funny. Starting right fielder, we're going to assume a right-handed pitcher's on the mound, is Trot Nixon. At third base, we have Bill Miller. Wonder if everyone's just going to be marked 0.1%. Our shortstop, we're going to say this is late in the season, so with apologies to Nomar Garciaparra, we'll go with Orlando Cabrera. At second base is Mark Bellhorn. Hey, Orlando Cabrera was a deeper cut than anyone else. Second baseman is, Mark Bellhorn, a little more popular today than Manny, Johnny, or Trot Nixon. All right. Our first baseman, Kevin Millar, can fuck right off like the goddamn annoying scab he is. Our first baseman, we'll say, is David Ortiz. Starting at catcher is the indomitable Jason Varitek. I don't know. People have tried to dub it Jason Varitek, and it never works well for him. So, and on the mound, of course, we must bang Pedro. Pedro Martinez on the mound, folks. That is an Immaculate Grid, a rarity score of 1. The Goog is the greatest Immaculate Gridder ever in the history of the world. Also, there are 23,296 acceptable answers for every single one of these squares, and you can see all of them. Oh, good job, the Immaculate Grid. You did a cute, funny thing for April Fool's Day. This is the way to do April Fool's pranks, everybody. Don't, lie to people. Don't be like, we're doing a Halo visual novel, because that's for girls. April Fool. No, don't do that. Do this. Do cute, funny things. This was a cute, funny thing. Hopefully that describes the show, but it definitely describes the Immaculate Grid. Folks, that is going to do it for us here today on Good Morning Mini Motorways. I intend to be back later this evening for more of Marvel's Spider-Man. Until then, we will be back. Hop in the Discord server, vote for what we're doing on Thursday. Have a good day, everybody. Bye!